Hello and welcome to the business segment here on Joy News Prime. The enforcement team of the Ghana Revenue Authority has locked up 4 branches of a popular retail center, China Mall, and its warehouses here in Accra. The action, which will affect other branches of the mall across the country, follows the inability of the company to fix its electronic collection system to enable GRA access tax collections. According to the Accra Area Enforcement Manager, Joseph Annan, the action has become necessary after many attempts to get the company comply with the law failed.
The exercise by the enforcement team at the 4 branches of China Mall is part of moves targeted at supermarkets and retail centers that have been engaged to begin the pilot phase of the electronic VAT system. According to the Ghana Revenue Authority, most of the centers, numbering about 50 of them, are failing to use the new system due to fears of being exposed. Accra Area Enforcement Manager Joseph Annan explains.
See, this exposes all of them. Because what you sell will definitely hit our system so that you will be doing your business out there, but we monitor everything you do in our office electronically. And as you and I know, many of them don't declare all their sales. So obviously, once they get hooked onto this new system, then it's like their profits or whatever the risk that they benefit from will surely reduce. So it's a kind of trying to see what will happen if they fail to comply. And I believe that this is a strong signal to every one of them who is on the selected list.
He further cautioned that the authority will go after all defaulting firms until the new system is fixed to enable the GRA monitor all transactions and assess tax payments.
There's another branch somewhere around Weja, and the branch at Kumasi will also be sealed off. And this will continue and extend to those who are part of the selected few. We are not comfortable with what I always say, that we are not comfortable with what we are doing now. But of course, you pay us to work. We are paid by the taxpayers. Taxes that they pay, the public. And you pay us to work, so we will surely work for you. But the issue is that after engaging them for months, and they have decided not to comply, we don't have any other choice than to enforce the law. And that we shall do with all honesty and commitment and sincerity.
The move is expected to boost domestic revenue for the country.
You see, concerns will always be raised, but just be level-headed and know that you are doing the right thing. You must definitely start from somewhere. And like I said, we are going to pursue all those who are not complying. So it's not only China Mall alone. We have started with China Mall. We don't have much time. It's past 2, and it's even past 3. So obviously we'll continue tomorrow. Then you and I will know whether we have targeted China Mall. And at times, one may ask, we need money, and why are we locking up shops? But you see, at times, you need to take a bitter pill to get healed once you are not well.
So what next after the lockup?
Well, this place and other places that will remain locked until they comply.
Away from that, some banks in the country have begun suspending loans to new and some existing customers. That's the information gathered by Joy Business. Now, this follows the increase in the policy rate, that is, the rate at which commercial banks borrow from the Bank of Ghana, to 24.5%. Charles Nixon-Yabua has more.
Joy Business understands that some of the foreign banks operating in the country have sent emails to their relationship managers and officers to put on hold lending to new customers. This is to help reduce their risk exposure in advancing loans to the new customers. Usually in times of rising interest rates, the bank's non-performing loans also shoot up, a reason why some financial intermediaries suspend or slow down lending, particularly to fresh customers. This is to help keep the non-performing loans in check. Therefore, despite the demand for loanable funds going up during times of economic challenges, supply remains low. However, existing and credit-worthy customers will continue to receive loans but at a higher rate. According to the latest banking sector report by the Bank of Ghana, the credit conditions survey conducted in August this year indicated an overall net tightening of credit stance to corporate and households by the commercial banks. This was reflected in the steady increase in average lending rates.
Now, Ghana is ranked first by the World Bank with the highest food prices in sub-Saharan Africa in 2022. According to the Bretton Woods Institution, food prices have since January 1 gone up by more than 120%. Charles Nixon Yeboah takes a look at the World Bank's latest Africa Pulse report.
The start of 2022, food prices have increased sharply in many countries. According to the Food Price Index in countries in sub-Saharan Africa, Ghana recorded the highest increase in food prices of 122% since the beginning of the year. Food inflation in Ghana has been high, recording a year-on-year inflation of 34.4% in August. On month-on-month basis, inflation was even higher. The drivers of food inflation in Ghana are oils and fats, fish and other seafood, water, cereals, milk and eggs, fruit and vegetables, as well as live animals and meat. Overall, the World Bank said inflation breached the ceiling of the central bank targets for all countries with an explicit nominal anchor. Meanwhile, Senegal followed Ghana closely with food price increases of 110%. Uganda is second with 107% increase in food prices.
Meanwhile, the Chamber of Agribusiness Ghana has urged government to ensure pragmatic steps at averting the situation. Anthony Morrison is chief executive of the chamber and he spoke on the marketplace.
We've been singing this very unfortunate song for the past years. We have highlighted the issues several times as to the trajectory of our agriculture and food systems. And even though I'm not happy this is coming at this time, because we wish it had come much earlier for government to take some mitigation measures. As we speak now, we do not expect prices of food to come down any soon because the situation is sensitive. Government's continuous budget allocation for the agriculture sector will continue to be very low in comparison to the rest of the sub-region. And if you take the CADEP, the African Union Comprehensive Africa Agriculture Development Program, and the credit, the scoring, the scorecard, Ghana was adjudged to be not on track with its food system, but progressively well. That tells us that the chamber has been doing a very great job in trying to alert the government and the other sectors, major sector players about the happenings in the industry. We have earlier this year called on government to set up the National Food Security Bureau, and which we thought that it would have mitigated some of the challenges we face, most especially on the financial sector and also project implementation. These two areas have woefully failed this government, and I think that this is a noble call on the minister to begin to look at the scorecard and say a very goodbye to the sector and make sure that we are able to get somebody who is much committed to the job, who is focused, and who can deliver to the Ghanaian people.
To some other stories, Honda Motor Company Limited, a multinational automobiles dealer, has introduced its all-new and supposed world's best-selling Honda HR-V onto the Ghanaian market. According to the country manager for the company, Mahesh Matani, this is to continue to stay in competition with other brands within their Ghanaian economy and beyond. He spoke to Joy Business at the launch of the car.
The Honda HR-V introduces multiple new active and passive safety systems. The spacious interior of Honda HR-V has a solid premium SUV feel which puts visibility easy and sense of space. Mahesh Matani, country manager for Honda Ghana, said the company is poised to supply the best of products to support the Ghanaian economy.
The all-new HR-V is a very advanced vehicle. It has some technologies, new technologies, which some of the vehicles don't have. That is why we're introducing it to Ghana. Size-wise, it's a little smaller than our CR-V, which is one of our best sellers in Ghana. So we anticipate that the HR-V will be a very successful car in Ghana.
Japan ambassador to Ghana, Mochizuki Isanubu, said more investment will be needed to expand the automobile industry in Ghana.
So as the ambassador, I have spent about a year now, and I'm very proud of the presence of Japanese vehicles, and I really appreciate Honda's role in Ghana. But maybe there are a lot of Japanese brands, and it's highly appreciated by the Ghanaian people. And this launch event of Honda HR-V is really a milestone to further promote of automotive industry, introducing Japanese brands in Ghana. And in this very difficult economic circumstances, but nevertheless, we believe Japanese vehicle can contribute to human resource development and economic recovery in Ghana.
That's all for business. For more business news, you can log on to myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Beverly. Have a good evening.